to Turning Point, the podcast where growth begins and confidence takes shape. This is session 2, and today we will be talking about Toastmasters' journey, the courage to start, the power of participation, and the impact of stepping into leadership. This is Nama, your host. So let's dive right in. Today, I'm honored to welcome a guest. She is well known in the Toastmaster world. She is the co-founder of UAE Ladies Toastmasters Club. She has a lot to tell us from her journey starting and being a member and growing to various leadership roles up to the division. Good evening, Toastmaster Najla Hassan. It's our privilege to welcome you at our podcast, Turning Point. Being our very first guest, we are so honored to have you. How are you doing this evening?
Good evening, Toastmaster Nema and everyone. Thank you so much for having me in this podcast as your first guest, and it's my pleasure to be here. I'm good, Alhamdulillah. Good evening.
Earlier, I said few hints about Toastmaster Najla Hassan. I would like to hear more of your history in a detailed manner. Tell us, who is Najla Hassan? What is her background? Why did you go to Toastmaster? And what came across when you were going through the journey?
Thank you, Toastmaster Nema, for this question. Me being in Toastmaster, Najla Hassan, she was a shy person. She was a nurse. Started as a nurse, and it was a long journey, life career. And then all of a sudden, at one point of my career, I discovered that I cannot communicate with the people in the community. All our communication, or my communication specifically, was all about the medical terminology, the research, and my studies. At that time, I was studying my master degree. So at one point, I was looking for something to make me or help me out, open up to the community when I'm on the social occasions with other people and sitting and talking to them. If they talk about any medical stuff, I will be very nicely spoken. Otherwise, I will be thinking what I'm supposed to answer or reply back. In that point, I joined in public speaking course for around 6 or 9 months, just to start thinking and listen to the people in the community, what they are talking about and what's the topic and what they're doing and what's the life look like out of the medical capsule. 2019, I have a colleague or a friend who's the founder of UAE Ladies, the Toastmaster Iman. She kept on posting things about Toastmaster, and we were studying together. And then we finished the class in 2019. I was telling her, "What is this?" I keep asking. She said, "Okay, join us." So by end of 2019, I believe I joined with her the first event ever in Dubai, and it was a very crowded event in Toastmaster. And I think it was something international because we were the biggest district at that time. From there on, I started my journey in Toastmaster. End of 2019, we were talking about UAE Ladies and establishing the club. That's how I started in Toastmaster, and it has so many things across throughout from 2019 until now, and it's really was a fun journey, I can say. Challenging because being from introvert and going in semi extrovert, I won't say that I'm really too much extrovert. It's I can be extrovert at one point and then all of a sudden I will go back to my shell, to myself. That's how the journey so far.
Thank you. That's very impressive, Najla. Najla, that you now went into the Toastmaster world and you've been introduced to, what really inspired you to continue this journey, knowing that you are the co-founder of the UAE Ladies Toastmasters Club? So, what made you really think, I need to be a co-founder of a club? I need to change others as I changed my public speaking as well.
And when I joined that event, it was, as I said, it was crowd, a big crowd to me, and I was wondering why all these people came together in one place, and they were talking only about the speeches, and somebody in the podiums, some other seated, and somebody having a different roles. And then we had a break in the middle where we were mingling together and talking, communicating, and networking. And I get to know some people. They were really long back history in Toastmaster, and that really I said, okay, this looks a good community to start. Being me a curious person, always finding something and looking for something new to try and add on as a learning experience. I'm always looking for things to learn and skills to achieve or things to enhance. So when I joined that crowd, I got to know senior people in that community, and they were really fun to talk with and really easy to talk with, and nobody is judging you. Like they just know me as my Najla. And then we were talking, and then we were talking. Okay, when are you chartering your club? I said, which club are you talking about? There's UAE Ladies Club we're talking about, and you've been chartered and all that. Are you willing to do it? I said, okay, let's see how things will go. So from there on, it came the idea of UAE Ladies, and by in and beginning of 2020, after that crowd networking event, and we started the UAE Ladies, and I went in deeper and deeper into Toastmasters.
You said that you have, Najla, being a very curious person, as you said earlier, I'm quite curious to know when you said that you met in the Toastmaster community as senior people, how senior they were?
They were more than 5 years, 10 years, 30 years,
30 years?
20 years. Was kind of people because they were from way behind when they started, when the Toastmaster started in the UAE.
Right.
So they were having so many information that
They
shared.
shared.
Inspired me.
I'm quite curious as well, as you were like new to the idea of Toastmaster, then all of a sudden you met the crowd, you loved the crowd, you thought this is what will take me out of my shell. My question is, did you face any challenges while you were chartering the UAE Toastmasters Club? Has those challenges made you think, why am I here? Or you really forcefully overcome?
The challenge, the one of the funniest challenge that I did not know anything zero about Toastmaster. So when I came to this crowd and we talk about Toastmaster, UAE Ladies Toastmaster Club initiating it, to learn more about Toastmaster, people will go usually to the website and find out information. I came to know that we have a Toastmaster in Abu Dhabi. And I was connected to one of the senior also Toastmaster in Abu Dhabi, and I visited the club at that time for a purpose of joining and the club meeting and see how the meeting is happening, to know exactly how the UAE ladies meeting will happen, for example. So I was put in the spot that you are there. Okay, you are a member and co-founder, and then you have to know everything. And I tried to catch up things. So I did not set me back. I said, okay, just go on and see how things will go and learn about it. So I went. I joined the meeting in one of the UAE, I mean Toastmaster Club in Abu Dhabi, and I sat with the president of the club, and I asked her direct question: how are you doing joint meeting? How the Toastmaster is happening? So she explained. She was like, in Toastmaster community, if you ask the question, everybody will be ready to help you, and everybody will come and answer you the question and explain to you as much as they can, unless they will find for you the resources and they will give you the links. So I was giving that. Second challenge was in one of the first meeting, I have to answer the table topic question. And my table topic question, tell us about your volunteering. Because at that time I volunteered for the one of the event in the community. I was really shaking like that. Yes, I am an introvert. I'm becoming extrovert, but at that time itself, specifically, I was still introvert. I was like shaking up. It's like, okay, I said the button. So table topic has to be 1 to 2 minutes. I think I spoke only for half minute. That's it. And then I have nothing else to say. So that's the second thing. But I learned how to build up my stories and I learned how to share my stories. So now I believe I'm much better than table topic. I used to shy away. Now in table topic, yes, I can come on spot and I can share directly and volunteer to join and answer the table topic question.
Great. Seems the community are very cooperative, they're very supportive, so they basically give a helping hand to really found UAE Ladies Toastmasters Club. And you didn't find any defeating challenge, well, I would say that, right?
In finding the club itself, there was getting the members, filling out the paper. So that is another learning point. Getting the members itself and getting to know the members. And because it's only ladies. So having a ladies joining and committed to this club and joining to Toastmaster and only to attend the meetings, participate, take roles and all that. In the same time being a new in the community. So it was a two parallel line and was going on and learning about it. How to create the meeting, how to be the sergeant at arm, how to be the membership. And I remember we were doing the meeting in Dubai and we were just inviting anyone who's outside the area near the meeting room. Just to have an idea and give the people an insight about Toastmasters. So maybe they will just join us and having the fun.
That was very impressive to hear the journey from being curious, excitement, into managing to find and make the club up and running, UAE Ladies Toastmasters Club. Najla, can we move and you can tell us about Najla, the co founder, when she became a member? What is your journey? I know that you held various leadership positions across the club all the way to the district. Tell us about your journey and how that really helped you in building your confidence, etc.
So in a community, the Toastmaster mission, first of all, says that supporting the member or the individual in a positive and supportive environment. So that's what I found. And there you go. Like you start, and I started as a member, and then the Toastmaster, I said, okay, let us, as we are co-founder and still the club is new, we took up the roles as the leadership of the club officer's role. So I took several roles. Then when the time goes by, I learn more, and then the system, and when we start doing the speeches, and we have the contests, I felt like, okay, go on. There is much more is coming, and nobody is judging you. So it's go for this, and I don't say no. First of all, no, do you think really I can do it? Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. So I take the president role. Then after the president, you are up to the area. No, no. The area is too much for me. Wait, can I have one break before going? No, no, no. You have perfectly. You have the skills, and I don't know this individual surrounded by such an individual in the community fraternity, the Toastmaster. They see things in you sometime. Uh, you will think, how did I have those things? Then I took the area director based on the recommendation and support I got that time. So it was a shaky moment, but it was a roller coaster within a year. And it was so nice and so happy moment that at the end of that Toastmaster year, my area got so many trophies. So wow, okay, I get trophies. Not the first time in my life, but it's really nice to be in the stage and receiving all that. From the area director, I found my skills then it's more sharp and more refined. So the more I get to know how to communicate, when to start, when to address people, and dignitaries and all that. That's all skills that you learn in the Toastmaster. Being easy on yourself and being yourself in the same time. So you don't have to, create a new version of you. So just be yourself and do the things. So I got the area director, and then I was the Arabic chair community. So that's another experience by itself, because having the club Arabic clubs in a small group, and we need to focus on them, supporting them, reaching out, and all that. So it's a little bit different than the other English or other languages. But yeah, it was a good from the area, then Arabic chair, and then um, now being the division B director. So that's another totally different story, where it's a bit more challenging, because managing 4 or 5 areas or 6 areas this year in Division B, more than 50 members in the whole 6 areas. So yeah, but it's a nice journey. That the more I stand for myself, the more the mindset is different when you go from the member to a leadership in the club, and then leadership in the outside the club in the district level. So the way you think about things, the way you view, the way you talk, and your mindset is different, strategically different in the different ways.
Najla, I'm really impressed with your journey in Toastmaster. In a very short span, you managed to take yourself from a co-founder, finding the passion, going through being a member, then from the club to the area and to the district now, which I should congratulate you and wish you all the best in the upcoming leadership roles as well. Can you just touch base on the actual benefit that Najla Hassan found? If you compare Najla Hassan 6 years ago and today, what did you benefit from being a Toastmaster and being on those leadership roles? Maybe you can tell us a story. As long as Toastmaster is all about telling stories.
Yeah, exactly. So let me tell you something. So from Toastmaster, when you start as a member, you think like, okay, just going in a normal path of any other, community and enjoying your life. But then by the end of like 21, beginning of 22, Toastmaster helped me to calm down when I talk. So I used to be jumping to conclusions sometimes, jumping to answers sometimes, not thinking much, because I just, okay, somebody asked a question, so I just answer. But with Toastmaster, that skill built up. So now I'm quieter. I look directly I'm more into eye contact, and then I'm not afraid to speak to anyone. So with the topic questions, and having the speeches done, standing in the stage, doing the speech, and winning an award by third place when we initiated the club. So one rule in the Toastmaster, if it's a new club, then they can go to the contest. So when we initiated UAE Ladies chartered the club, it was 2020, and it was a season of contest, speech one. So we had the contest, and I was one of the winners in the speech, in the international speech. And I get a comment that here we have another Tony Robbins coming up. I was thinking, me? Tony Robbins. Okay. I know Tony Robbins, and he was one of the nicest speakers I was following up until now. But me being compared to him, that's a really nice thing. So being the calmer, being the more focused and more grounded to do the speeches or do the communication with other people, in my work and my life, even at home. So now I'm just, okay, next, what is exactly the message? So I'm always thinking, what is the message behind? Having said that, I resigned from one facility that I was working on, one organization I was working in, after I joined the Toastmasters. So having the mindset of the Toastmaster, I did not accept any more standards less than that. So when you have that standard of the way you communicate, the way you respect, so integrity, respect, and all that values of Toastmaster, if it's not found in one place or missing or lacking in some other places, so I did not find my place anywhere there. So then I decided to resign. So I resigned and moved to another organization, which now I'm carrying all the values there. And I'm trying to impact or implement those values and those learnings um, by the experience and the comment that I'm getting from people around me. How do you do it? Things. Then you find out yourself that you grow into the thing. You just find that, okay, better communication, better grounding, you're calmer, things like that. So the personality itself has changed. It's not like the rushing Najla and running away or avoiding people. Now, even if I'm sitting in a crowd place and I'm just talk to you, what do you have today? Why you're here? And I will start opening the topic. That's one of the benefits of some of the benefits of Cosmos.
One thing that I must really say that Toastmaster, as far as we're all concerned, is a non-profitable organization. Means that all the roles that you're doing is unpaid for,
Yes.
and all comes from dedication,
Commitment.
commitment.
Yeah.
What inspired you?
What inspired me in being dedicated?
Dedicated.
I was born somehow dedicated. I was brought up dedicated. Being from the beginning, from young age, I was dedicated because my father usually has a certain things since we were young. So we have the school days, then we have the summer vacation. So in the summer vacation, we never been free. Either you will join a course, or either you will learn a skill, either you will do something new. So I have a friend keep telling me, since I know you, you are either studying, learning, doing, practicing, or teaching or something. So in the summer courses during the school and the various levels, I went to courses for English and I went for courses in computer, so I had certified, and I got typewriting. Remember that days typewriter. So I was one of the best in excellence, and it was an honor certificate I got. So because I was getting, I don't know how many words I got that time in a minute, around 40, 50 words in a minute I was typing, and then I learned how to cook or things in the summer camps that they're doing in the schools. So nothing empty, like you don't have an empty space, like, or just sitting lying out. It's always there's a useful time being used. That's one thing, that time is value. Use it wisely to build yourself, develop yourself, so in life you will not struggle much. So your mindset is different somehow. But with Toastmaster, it was more refined than using volunteering time and giving that dedication and you giving it to other people and showing that you're giving the benefit out of it. So I don't mind sitting, and it's being like a lifestyle. Toastmaster. If there is nothing in Toastmaster, I will find out somewhere. Something about Toastmaster.
Basically, would you agree with me by saying that the benefit of Toastmaster and the success that you always come across ignites you more and fuels into your passion to be passionate more and more about being dedicated, volunteering more, changing people's life?
I couldn't agree more.
Excellent.
I couldn't agree more. Excellent. Really, like 2019, I remember that was my first ever volunteering community, and it was a total another experience that changed along with it coming the public speaker and Toastmaster. So yes, volunteering, yeah, it's another thing.
In terms of the public speaking, I know that you're holding all these roles and you speak in front of millions, maybe if that happens. Was there any distinguished moment that really you felt like Yes, this is what I was dreaming about, and this is the conference I wanted to stand in front of others and talk about it.
Yeah, but yes, I speak alone, not in front of millions, but hundreds, let's say.
Yeah.
No, not the million yet. So I spoke in the conferences, I spoke in the Toastmaster itself. And now being in the district, in every event you have to be up the stage and saying an addressing word. So that's another practice that getting used to it. It's new to me.
And definitely something that I know about you that I must mention that you're a great mentor and a coach as well.
Another lead from Toastmaster, okay, what is more in life to go? So recently I became a life coach and then certified ICF public speaker, and then again it's just going from one step to another. It's like kind of flowing. I don't select the thing. It just comes and then I just go. If I get it, I get it. If I didn't get it, yeah, I learn about it and then maybe I get it.
Benefit that you sense it yourself. We see a lot of people who kind of either know roughly or very shallow about Toastmaster, or they do attend meetings. However, they're still hesitant to join a Toastmaster club. What kind of advice Najla Hassan or Toastmaster Najla Hassan would give out to these people?
Learning Toastmaster, because the more you go deeper, the more you get more. It's really a turning point. People who doesn't know about the Toastmaster, they don't know much. They need really to know about it more. Join Toastmaster, learn about it, connect with people, even if you attend once or twice. We always say we pay thousands learn how to speak or to learn how to develop ourselves. And Toastmaster is you pay hundreds maybe, and then you spend few hours once or twice per month maybe, and then you gain all that. So as if you get it for free, compared to whatever else in the business community, I would say, for developing personal development.
So don't miss it out.
Yeah,
Don't miss out to be a Toastmaster or be in a Toastmaster world. Najla, Toastmaster Najla, what is next?
So never what is next. Being in a division district or division director this year, though it's challenging, I can feel there is more into chapters in Toastmaster. So in Toastmaster Lead, I learned not to fear anything, just stand by for anything, and innovate and have the impromptu at any point at any situation, which I can relate in real life even. So that's why in the next step, I believe, inspired by senior Toastmaster, and we have distinguished Toastmaster level. That's my next journey that I'm working on. And then inspired also by another district leader who was at one point the international Toastmaster president. That is the top I feel myself, and I can see myself that one day I will be maybe the first Arabic lady, the president of Toastmaster International in the headquarters. Hopefully, I will reach there, and I know that I can reach with some more to work on and some more to focus on, like my speeches, my pathways, and being more into the district. So taking it from the level now division director, having my DTM, so maybe I will be in the district at one point, which one of the requirement to be a president in the international. I see myself at one point in the stage in a TEDx talking to people and doing a speech for 20 minutes and a keynote speaker. So that is pretty much how I feel myself I'm reaching.
inspired by the title of our podcast, Turning Point. Toastmaster Najla, one last piece of advice to the community.
I would say people find your way to develop yourself. If you're watching this podcast, then maybe it's a chance or it's a sign for you to find what is the nearest Toastmaster and go even in the Google and the website itself, what is a Toastmaster, and join the nearest club meeting in your area. And then I'm advising you not to be afraid. So just put yourself there, jump in and dive. And you will reach, definitely you will reach a destination where you will find your new version of yourself comparing to yourself yesterday. So it's not the same Najla before, it's not the same Najla now. More developed, more refined, and with more advanced skills. So yeah, that's my advice to everyone. Don't be afraid to try something new. Jump in, dive, find your Toastmaster. Even join Toastmaster UAE ladies, for example, just to have a look or have an idea what this Toastmaster meeting is about.
Thank you, Toastmaster Najla, for the impressive information. To be honest with you, I'm very close to you, but I didn't know that you've gone that far through all this dedication. I can see the passion on Najla, who actually introduced me to Toastmaster. But looking back at your journey, honestly, it's through inspiration, and I hope that people who will be listening today to our podcast will really benefit from being a Toastmaster and upgrading themselves and their skills to the point that it is a turning point for them. Thank you, Toastmaster Najla.
Thank you, Toastmaster Najla, for this podcast. And see you, everyone, in one of the meetings.
Thank you for tuning into Turning Point Session 2. Today's conversation showed that real growth happens when we show up, speak up, take the lead. Stay tuned for upcoming sessions. Please let us know below down the comment if you have any questions or how we're doing. Are you benefiting from our Turning Point podcast or no? Till next time, good night and thank you.